Hello students, welcome back. Today we'll continue with chapter number 6, that is applications of derivatives. Today we'll start with exercise 6.2. But before starting exercise, we will study about increasing and decreasing function. Okay, increasing and decreasing function. Okay, increasing function. Let's say for any function f of x. Now, if f dash x is greater than 0, then it will be increasing function. Okay, I will say strictly increasing function. And if f dash x is less than 0, then it will be strictly decreasing function. Okay, so we just need to find out the differentiation. Means we need to take this derivative. If f dash x is greater than 0, it is strictly increasing function. If f dash x is less than 0, then it is strictly decreasing function. Okay, if it is greater than equal to 0, then I will say increasing function, and less than equal to 0, then decreasing function. But only greater than equal to 0, strictly increasing, only less than 0, strictly decreasing. Okay, so if f dash x is greater than 0, increasing, and if f dash x less than 0, decreasing function. Increasing function means when you increase the value of x, the value of fx increases. And decreasing function means when you increase the value of x, the value of fx decreases. Okay, so two types of questions are asked. First type of question will be find whether f is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so first type of question will be like this way. You have to find out whether the f is increasing or decreasing. One more type you will be asked, find the intervals. Find the intervals when f is increasing and decreasing. Means you have to find out in which interval f is increasing and in which interval f is decreasing. Okay, so let's take one example and then we will start exercise 6.2. So the example is given like this way. F of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus 4x square. Now this is the example given, the function given. Now you have to find out in which interval the function is increasing and in which interval it is decreasing. So what I will do, I will differentiate it. So what will be f dash x? 4x cube minus 4 is a 12x square plus 4 is a 8x. Okay, now I can take 4x common. It will be x square minus 3x plus 2. Okay, so I need to split the middle term. 3x minus 3x, I should split in such a way that the summation is minus 3x and the product is 2x square. So I can take it as minus 2 and minus 1. So when I factorize, I will get x minus 2, x minus 1. Now, you need to find out when it is increasing and when it is decreasing. Means you need to find out the intervals from minus infinity to plus infinity when this function is greater than 0 and when this function is less than 0. So I'll split into three parts. 1, 2, and 3. I will take it in 0. 4x equal to 0, that means x equal to 0. X equal to x minus 2 equal to 0. that means x equal to 2. And x minus 1 equal to 0, that means x equal to 1. So I will rearrange it. I will write down first this, then second, and then this third one. Okay, so this will be, I will rearrange it in this way. 4x, then the second one x equal to 1 for this, x minus 1, and third x minus 2. Okay, I will form a table. Okay, 4x, x minus 1, and x minus 2. Okay, I can also form differently 4, or let's take this way, 4 x, x minus 1, x minus 2. Clear? So 4 will be always positive. So I need to take care of x, x minus 1, and x minus 2. Okay, and then I will check about fx. Here I will write down increasing or clear. So now see, first it's 1, then 2, and then 3. So I will start from minus infinity to plus 1. From 1 to 2, second interval. From 2 to 3, third interval. And last from 3 to infinity. So I got here 4 intervals from minus infinity to plus infinity. So you just need to pair out these intervals from minus infinity to the lowest one. So now see, from minus infinity to 1, 4 will be always positive. See, every time 4 will be positive. So I will write down positive, positive, positive. If it was minus 4, negative, 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 negative. Now for x, okay, so for x, so not, sorry, my mistake, I will take 0. Okay, and then from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, it's a mistake. Let me change it. Okay, minus to 0, second 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, and 2 to infinity, right? I have taken all these three as 0. X equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0, that means x equal to 2. X minus 1 equal to 0, that means x equal to 1. I rearrange this. First 0, then 1, then 2. Now, plus 4 will be always positive, right? Because it does not belongs to any interval. Now x, when I take minus infinity to 0, x will be negative. X minus 1. Okay, see, now x is negative from minus infinity to 0. Clear? So x minus 1, that will be negative minus 1, negative. Clear? Now x minus 2 means negative x minus 2, negative. So 1, 2, and 3 negative and positive. I can ignore 4 if I want. Let's ignore 4 because it will be always positive. Okay. So now 3 negatives make the answer negative. This is what f dash x will be negative, and f dash x negative is less than 0. So decreasing function. Okay. Now from interval 0 to 1 means the value of x is between 0 and 1. So it's positive. Now whatever value I take from 0 to 1 and I take minus 1, x minus 1, let's take 0 0.5. 0 0.5 minus 1 minus 0 0.5. So this will be negative. X minus 2 will be also negative. So 2 negatives and 1 positive, that will be equal to positive. When I multiply 3 numbers, 2 of which will are negative. Okay. So f dash x positive, therefore increasing. Now from 1 to 2, x is always positive. 1 to 2, let's take any number 1.5 minus 1, 0 0.5. So any number I take between 1 and 2, this will be positive. X minus 2 means the number is less than 2. So it will be negative when I subtract 2 from that. Okay. So 1 negative, 2 positive, negative, so it's decrease. Now from 2 to infinity greater than 2, x is positive. X minus 1, when I take greater than 2x, x as greater than 2, it will be positive. And this will be also positive. All three positive, it will be positive. So increasing function. Okay, so remember, if you have organized this in order, and then after writing down the interval, in first all will be negative, second first positive other negative, third first two positive negative, fourth and same so on. So now finally you have to just find out that f dash x is negative. If there are odd number of negatives, it will be negative. If there are even number of negatives, it will be positive. Okay, so I can write it down here. F is increasing function in interval 0 to 1 and 2 to infinity. And f is decreasing function in interval minus infinity to 0 and 1 to 2. Okay, so just note down this example. Now let's start with exercise 6.2. Question 1. Show that the function given by fx equal to 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R. Fx is equal to 3x plus 17. So let's differentiate it. F dash x, this will be equal to 3 plus 0. Now 3 is always greater than 0. Therefore, f is strictly increasing on R. Okay. Second, f of x is equal to e raised to 2x. Differentiating it, f dash x, that will be equal to e raised to 2x into d by dx of 2x, that is 2. So that is 2e raised to 2x. Now we know that e is greater than 0, right? E is greater than 0. So the number, whatever power, whatever the value of x, either it is positive or negative, e raised to 2x will be always positive. So this value will be greater than 0. Okay, because e is greater than 0. Right? Remember, for any positive number, whatever power you take, its answer will be always positive. Okay, so as this is greater than 0, hence I can say f is strictly increasing on R. Okay, now question number third. You have to show that fx is equal to sin x is a strictly increasing on 0 pi by 2, b strictly decreasing in pi by 2 to pi, and c neither increasing nor decreasing in 0 to pi. So now see fx is equal to sin x. Okay, so now what is f dash x? F dash x will be equal to derivative of sin x is minus cos x. Sorry, plus cos x. Okay, so now I can say that from 0 to pi by 2, for every x belonging to 0 to pi by 2, that is first quadrant, cos x is greater than 0. That implies f dash x is greater than 0 for this interval. Hence, f is increasing for 0 to pi by 2, for x belonging to 0 to pi by 2. Now for every x belonging to pi by 2 to pi, okay, means second quadrant, in second quadrant cos x is negative, that implies f dash x is less than 0, hence f is decreasing. I will write down strictly decreasing here also, strictly decreasing for x belonging to interval pi by 2 to pi. Okay, now for x belonging to 0 to pi. That means first quadrant and second quadrant. In first it is positive, second is negative. So we can't say that cos x will be positive or negative. Therefore, f is neither increasing nor decreasing for x belonging to 0 to 5. Okay, so that was about question 1, 2 and 3. Just note it down. Okay, now let's move to the next. Question number 4. Find the intervals in which the function f given by fx equal to 2x square minus 3x is a strictly increasing and b is strictly decreasing. So here fx is equal to 2x square minus 3x. So differentiating it, I will get f dash x is equal to 4x minus 3. Okay, so now for first strictly increasing, f dash x must be greater than 0. That means 4x minus 3 must be greater than 0. That means 4x must be greater than 3, x must be greater than 3 by 4. So for x belonging to greater than 3 by 4 means from 3 by 4 to infinity, f is strictly increasing. Okay, now for b, f is strictly decreasing. That means f dash x must be less than 0. So 4x minus 3 must be less than 0. So I will solve it in this way only. Finally, I will get x must be less than 3 by 4. So for x belonging to, it's less than 3 by 4 means from minus infinity to 3 by 4. Remember, if it is less than, then the number will come on the right side with open interval. And if it is greater than, then on the left side and so till the positive infinity. Here it's less than. So minus infinity to 3 by 4, f is strictly decreasing. Okay, clear? This was about question number 4. So just note it down. So let's move to the next one. That is question number 5. Fx is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7. Differentiating it, I will get 6x square minus 6x minus 36. So I can take 6 common. It will be x square minus x minus 6. When I will factorize it, I will get x minus 3 x plus 2. Okay, so this will be equal to 0 when x equal to 3. This will be equal to 0 when x equal to minus 2. So let's rearrange 6 into x minus 2, sorry, x plus 2, x minus 3. Okay, so now the interval x plus 2, x minus 3. Minus infinity to, which is the lower, minus 2. From minus 2 to next 3. 3 to infinity. Okay, so now in first interval both will be negative, in second interval first negative, first positive, second negative, and third interval both positive. So f dash x both negative, it's positive, negative, positive, it's increasing, decreasing, increasing. Okay, so this will be equal to f is strictly increasing in minus infinity to minus 2 and 3 to infinity, and f is strictly decreasing in minus 2 to 3. Okay, remember how to make this interval. take this equal to 0. X minus 3 equal to 0 means 3. X plus 2 equal to 0, that means x equal to minus 2. Starting from negative, minus 1 to minus 2, minus 2 to minus 3, 3 to infinity. Okay, so this was about question number 5. So just note it down. Now let's move to the next, that is question number 6. Question number 6, there are 5 sub questions. So A and D, I am giving it you for yourself. B, C and E, I will be solving. Okay. So A and D, you do it by yourself. So B, fx is equal to 10 minus 6x minus 2x square. Okay. We need to find out in which interval it is increasing and decreasing. Strictly increasing, decreasing. So now taking derivative f dash x, this will be equal to minus 6 minus 4x square. Okay, so first for increasing, f dash x must be greater than 0, minus 6 minus 4x square must be greater than 0, minus 4x square must be greater than 6. Okay, sorry, it will be minus 4x, not 4x square. Okay, so minus 4x must be greater than equal to 6. So when I multiply both sides with minus 1, I need to change the inequality sign. 4x must be less than minus 6. So x must be less than minus 6 by 4. That implies x must be less than minus 3 by 2. Okay, so f is strictly increasing in, it's less than minus 3 by 2 means minus infinity to minus 3 by 2. Here, remember here in this step, it was minus 4x greater than 6. Here, so when I change the sign, means from positive to negative, I multiplied both sides by minus 1, then I need to change the inequality sign. For example, 5 is greater than 3, but minus 5 is less than minus 3. So when I change the negative, positive sign to negative, I need to change the inequality sign. Okay. Now for decreasing f dash x must be less than 0. That means minus 6 minus 4x must be less than equal to 0. So when I will solve, I will come to just this situation. But here x must be greater than minus 3 by 2. So f is strictly decreasing in minus 3 by 2 to infinity. Yeah. So when such type of question is there, in one interval it will be increasing, then exactly in the other interval. Okay, it's up to minus 3 by 2. So from greater than minus 3 by 2, it will be decreasing. Okay. Now let's see the next, that is C. Fx is equal to minus 2x cubed minus 9x square minus 12x plus 4. F dash x minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12. Okay, so I can take minus 6 common. So it will be x square minus 3x minus 1. So when I factorize it, I will get x minus 2, sorry, x minus, yes, I will get x minus 2. Here it will be minus 2. So I can factorize x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, so x minus 2 equal to 0, that means x will be equal to 2. X minus 1 will be equal to 0, that will be equal to, here still there is a mistake. It will be x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, so the factorization will be equal to x plus 2, x plus 1. So x plus 2 equal to 0 means minus 2, x plus 1 equal to 0 will be equal to minus 1. So I will just, it's already rearranged, right? So the interval will be, first seed is negative sign. So I'm just putting minus sign, which will be always negative. X plus 2 and x plus 1 fx. Okay, so from minus infinity, first it is minus 2. From minus 2 to minus 1. And from minus 1 to infinity. So see, this will be always negative, minus 6. So we need to only check about this. In first, both are negative. In second, first is positive, second negative. And in third, both positive. Three negatives, negative. Two negatives, positive. Two positive, one negative, negative. So decreasing, increasing, F is decreasing. It's strictly decreasing in minus infinity to minus 2 and minus 1 to infinity. F is strictly increasing in minus 2 to minus 1. Clear? This was about B and C of question 6. So just note it down, then we will solve E. Now let's see E. E is given fx is equal to x plus 1 whole cube x minus 3 whole cube. So differentiating it, I will get f dash x. I will use method of u as it is, means x plus 1 cube as it. Derivative of v, 3 into x minus 3 square into d by dx of x minus 3, 1 plus v as it is, derivative of x plus 1, that is 3 into x plus 1 whole square into d by dx of x plus 1, x plus 1. Okay, so now see, I can take x plus 1 square, x plus 1 square, x minus 3 square, x minus 3 square common. So what I will do, I will take whole square x minus 3. So here it will be remaining 3 into x plus 1 plus 3 into x minus x plus 1 whole square x minus 3 whole square. Okay, 3x plus 3 plus 3x minus 9 x plus 1 whole square x minus 3, 3x plus 3x 6x plus 3 minus 9 minus 6. I can take 6 common. So x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square, and x minus 1. Now see here, 6 greater than 0 positive. X plus 1 square, square cannot be negative, so positive. X minus 3 whole square, square positive, so it cannot be negative. So we only need to check about x minus 1. X minus 1 equal to 0 implies x equal to 1. So if it is less than 1, f dash x is less than 0. So f dash x is less than 0 for x less than 1. And f dash x is greater than 0 for x greater than 1. Therefore, f is increasing in interval minus infinity to 1 means less than 1, and f is decreasing in interval greater than 1, that is from 1 to infinity. Here this was about question E, just note it down. Okay students, That's it for today. In our next video lecture, we will continue with this exercise from question number 7. Thank you.